Okay. So now we continue with the next subtopic, which is speed, velocity, and acceleration. Okay. So firstly, we must look at the concept of speed, velocity, and acceleration. Okay. So what is speed? What is velocity? And what is acceleration? Okay, so firstly, let's look at the. Boleh masuk lah pula muka. Okay, let's look at the definition, formula, the SI unit, okay, whether it have magnitude or whether the direction is important, and what is the physical quantity. Okay, so firstly, is distance. So distance is actually total path traveled by a moving object. Kalau dalam bahasa Melayu is jarak. Okay, jarak maksudnya katalah kita daripada point A and then point B. So the measurement, the ambil pita pengukur and then we measure, okay, the distance. Okay, and there is no formula for distance sebab kita just ambil alat pengukur and then ukur. Okay, and the unit SI for distance is meter. Okay, symbol is M. And distance has magnitude. Tapi direction tak, kita tak ambil kira. Okay, what does direction means? Maksudnya, katalah saya daripada point A, saya pusing pergi kantin, pergi toilet, okay, kemudian sampai ke bilik guru. Okay, bila saya nak ukur distance, when I want to measure my distance, I have to measure from A, ikutlah pusing ni semua saya kena ukur. Saya tak ambil kira distance. Okay. And then kita ada satu lagi, speed. Okay, speed is the rate of change of distance or distance travel per unit time. Maksudnya tadi kalau saya daripada kantin pergi ke bilik guru, saya pusing pergi masuk kelas, pergi masuk kantin, pergi masuk tandas dan sebagainya. Ambil semua distance yang saya dah lalu, kemudian divide by the time taken. Okay, and the SI unit for speed is meter per second. Okay, so distance travel is meter, time taken is second. So tempat itulah unit dia jadi meter per second. And speed have magnitude, dia ada nilai. Magnitude is value. Okay, so speed ada value, distance ada value. Okay, tapi kita tak ambil kira direction. Okay, so kalau perhatikan sini, we have scalar. Scalar is actually quantity ataupun bukan kata nilai dah, dia physical quantity yang only take magnitude into consideration. Kita tak kira pun dia punya, kita tak ambil kira pun direction dia. So, tadi kita ada distance, kita ada satu lagi which is displacement. Okay, sebab apa saya nak terangkan displacement? Sebab nanti bila masuk kepada velocity, dia ada satu lagi istilah. So distance tadi, okay, so let's say dari A kita pergi ke C, kemudian kita pergi ke D, kemudian saya pergi ke B. Okay. So kalau saya nak kira distance, saya kena ambil semua jarak ni, ukur, ambil pembaris. Ambil pita pengukur lah, pembaris pendek sangat. Pita pengukur, ambil, tarik, pergi ke D, pergi ke B. Okay, so that is the distance. Saya nilai semua tu saya ambil kira. Saya tak ambil kira pun direction. Okay, but untuk satu lagi, we have displacement. Okay, displacement is another istilah, okay, dan konsep. Tapi displacement ni is distance juga, dia, tapi dia kita ukur jarak juga, tapi dia ambil kira direction. So displacement, so let's say perkataan saya yang pertama, okay, what is the distance from A to B? Okay, distance yang tadi yang saya dah lalu, saya pergi C, saya pergi P, saya pergi B. Okay, so saya ambil semua laluan tu, saya ukur. Tapi kalau soalan tanya, what is the displacement from A to B? Okay, this is A and this is B. So saya nak tahu dari A ke B ni berapa. So kita tak ambil kira yang C yang D semua. Kita hanya dari A ke B. Okay, so displacement is known as vector quantity. Displacement dia ada magnitude, ada nilai. Okay, contohnya kalau saya ukur pembaris dapat 20, so the magnitude is 20 lah. Dan dia ambil kira direction. Okay, saya repeat balik Distance, kita hanya ada magnitude, ada nilai. Katalah 100. 100 tu lah magnitude dia 100 meter. Contoh, what is the distance from A to B? Tapi sebelum saya sampai B, saya pergi C, saya pergi D dulu, baru saya pergi ke B. So untuk distance, saya kena ambil semua laluan yang saya dah lalu. Kena pergi A, kena pergi laluan kita tadi apa? A, kemudian ke C, kemudian ke D, kemudian ke B. Itu semua saya kena ukur. Okay, so that is for distance. Sebab saya nak tahu nilai dia je. Saya tak ambil kira pun direction. Okay, and every physical quantity yang hanya mengambil kira nilai, kita panggil sebagai skala kuantiti. Okay, but as for displacement, dia ada magnitude, ada nilai dan juga dia direction memainkan peranan. So kalau saya kata what is the displacement from A to B? So saya nak from A to B straight to the point. Okay, so from A to B. So that is the difference. So kalau tadi distance A ke B adalah 100, displacement pula tak boleh dapat 100 sebab kita ambil kira C, kita ambil kira D. So mungkin dapat 20. Okay, sebab dia ambil kira direction juga. Okay, and displacement is known as vector quantity. Okay, so kita pergi kepada the next concept, which is velocity. Okay, velocity is the rate of change of distance travel in specific direction. So tadi dia menggunakan displacement. Okay, dalam bahasa pendek dia ialah displacement lah. Tapi dekat sini dia gunakan distance travel in given direction. Macam tadi velocity from A to B. So saya nak daripada A ke B je. Saya tak nak dia pergi C, dia pergi D. So saya tak ambil kira. Okay, so velocity ni dia ambil kira magnitude dan dia ambil kira direction. So dia adalah vector quantity. And we have one more, acceleration. Acceleration is rate of change of velocity. So kalau ada change, maksudnya dia ada initial, dia ada final. So acceleration is final velocity minus initial velocity divided by time taken. So final velocity minus initial velocity adalah ms negatif 1. Itu adalah unit untuk velocity. Macam ni kat sini, velocity tadi ms. So kita boleh tulis juga ms negatif 1. Okay. So untuk acceleration, final velocity minus initial velocity divided by time. Divided by s, unit dia second. So kita ada s negatif 1, kita ada divide by s, sebab tu dia jadi ms negatif 2. Okay, so this is acceleration. So bila ada definition yang ada perkataan rate, maksud dia apa sahaja perkataan yang kita gunakan, macam ni distance travel. So rate of change of distance. So bila ada perkataan rate, maksudnya change of distance, kita divide by time. Dan ada perkataan rate kan, rate distance travel in specific direction. So maksudnya distance travel in given direction divide by time. Okay, so rate of change of velocity mesti final minus initial. Final velocity minus initial. Ini ada perkataan rate, so dia bahagi dengan time. Okay, So this is the concept for speed, velocity and acceleration. So katalah kita nak measure velocity and acceleration of a moving object. So kita perlukan satu alat yang kita panggil sebagai ticker timer. Dan kita masukkan satu tip. Ini kita panggil ticker tip. Lepas tu kita lekatkan dia pada troli. Okay. So sekejap kita tengok. Okay. So since kita tak
Use of
boleh
ticker
buat
tape
eksperimen,
The apparatus. Power supply, ticker tape timer, trolley, meter rule, and ticker tape. The ticker tape timer has a circular piece of carbon paper. Insert the ticker tape from the left under the carbon paper. Pull the ticker tape to the right and tape it to the trolley. Switch on the ticker tape timer before pushing the trolley to the right.
okay, dengar tak ada bunyi tip.
Dots are marked on the tape at varying distances. Analyze the spacing of dots to deduce how the trolley speed change over time. Also read your textbook chapter 1 on ticker tape timer. Have a nice day.
Okay. So
For the last lesson,
alamak.
we've learned the application of ticker timer and analyzing the motion using a ticker tape.
Okay. So tadi kita dah nampak macam mana kita susun ticker tape. So you need to remember. Masalahnya kita tak ada buat eksperimen ni, tapi since saya dah tunjuk dalam video tu, hopefully kita boleh ingat step-step dia. Okay. So kita ada ticker timer. Ticker timer ni dia vibrate, dia buat titik-titik-titik dalam frekuensi 50 Hz. 50 Hz maksudnya dia buat 50 dots in 1 second. Okay. So tadi kalau kita tengok dekat video tadi, dia ada tape kan? Dan dekat tape tu ada dot. Itulah dot. And then dia buat 50 dot in 1 second. Okay, so dia kata print 50 dots onto ticker tape in a second. So daripada situ kita boleh measure the time taken. Maksudnya daripada dot pertama kepada dot kedua, berapa masa yang diambil. Okay, so kita boleh dapati bahawa time taken between two dots is 0.02 second. Okay, macam dapat 0.02 second sebab 50 dots in 1 second. So 1 dot berapa second? So 1 divided by 50. Dapatlah 0.02. Okay. So
And for this lesson, we're going to learn how to calculate the velocity and acceleration of a trolley using a ticker tape. What I've drawn here is a ticker tape marked with dots with constant velocity. We all know constant velocity, you can see it by looking at this equal distance between dots. So to calculate the velocity, first we need to cut the ticker tape into a 10 tick strip. Remember, 1 tick is the time interval between 2 dots. Each dot is not 1 tick. So let's measure 10 ticks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is the first 10 tick strip, and second 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the second 10 tick strip. And so, after we cut this 10 tick strip, it will look something like this. Let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, 10 tick. And since we set the vibration, the frequency of vibration pin as 50 Hertz, it means that the vibrating pin marks 50 dot space, which is also known as ticks, within 1 second. And therefore, 1 tick equals to 1 over 50 ticks second, which is equals to 0.02. So each tick, the period for each tick is 0.02 second. So now, let's assume that the length of this strip as 10 centimeter, and which means that the trolley which pulled the ticker tape travels a displacement of 10 centimeter along this 10 tick period. And now we know that each tick is 0.02 second. So for 10 tick seconds, the time taken for this 10 ticks period is 10 times 0.02 second. You get 0.2 second. From this, you can calculate the velocity by taking the displacement s of the value 10 centimeter, and you divide it by the time taken, which is 0.2 second. By calculating this, you can get the answer 50 centimeter per second. And to calculate acceleration, first you are given a strip with certain length of dots. I will assume this strip has 6 ticks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 ticks and 7 dots. And with the frequency 50 Hertz. And we know acceleration, you need to know the direction of motion. So I assume the ticker tape is moving in this way. We all know that to calculate acceleration, you need the formula final velocity.
Okay, so we continue with measuring velocity and acceleration. Okay. Okay. So, macam yang dia bagi contoh tadi, kita ada strip, and then ada dot. Okay, so if we want to measure ataupun calculate the velocity, is the distance. Yang tadi definition for velocity is distance divided by time. Okay, so since the ticker tape tu lekat pada trolley, so bila trolley bergerak, ticker tape akan bergerak sekali. So the distance of the trolley akan sama dengan distance of the ticker tape. So jadi kita hanya ukur jarak ticker tape saja to get the distance. Okay, so tadi dia bagi example 10 cm. Okay, and then kita dah tahu tadi untuk between one dot to another dot, which is one tick. Okay, one tick. The time is 0.02. So example katalah dalam kita punya ni, kita ada 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ada 7 dots. Okay, so the time taken adalah 7 darab 0.02. You get 0.14. Okay, so to calculate the velocity is the distance ataupun panjang tape tadi 10 divided by the time taken for 7 ticks tadi 0.14. So divide lah. 10 divide 0.14. Kita dapat 71.4 cm per second. Okay, so this is how we calculate velocity. Tapi untuk sains dia akan beri formula biasanya. So awak follow sahaja formula dalam soalan. Okay, so katalah kita nak cari acceleration pula. Kalau acceleration, dia biasanya akan bagi tape macam ni. Katalah dia bagi 3 tape. Okay, so untuk acceleration, dia adalah final velocity minus initial velocity. So final velocity ialah yang akhir, initial velocity ialah yang awal. Okay, so final velocity minus initial velocity divided by time. So kita perlu carikan velocity yang awal ni berapa. Katalah dia punya jarak dia 10, lepas tu yang ini 2. Okay, lepas tu setiap tape ni ada 5 tick. Ada 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so katalah ada 5 tick. Jadi masa untuk satu tick ni 5 times 0.02. So you get 0.1 second for each tape. Tape tu, each tape, the time taken is 0.1 second. And then yang ni katalah U ni 2 cm, V ni 4 cm. 10 cm. So V 10 cm divided by 0.1, you get 100. Manakala U tadi 2 kan, 2 cm. So 2 divided by 0.1 dapat 20. So A adalah final velocity 100. Tolak initial velocity 20 divided by time taken. So untuk time taken, kita kira bilangan tape. Ni ada tape pertama. Okay, tape 1, tape 2, tape 3. Kita ada 3 tape. Tapi kita tak ambil 3-3. Kita ambil tolak 1. So number of tape minus 1 times time for 1 tick. So tadi A 100 tolak 20, 80 bahagi number of tick ada 3 kan. So tolak 1 jadi 2 darab time for 1 tick. Time for 1 tick is 0.1. 0.1. Okay, so 80 bahagi 0.2. So kiralah dapatlah nilai untuk acceleration.